What can you say about that, man? The game's just finished, extra time for the neutral and incredible tie of the Champions League. In the Champions League, Chelsea faced Mission Impossible, and not only did they look like they were going to overcome Mission Impossible, complete Mission Impossible, they looked like the better team throughout the whole game. I know, of course, we won in the 90 minutes convincingly, but even in that first tie, you know, it was a Benzema masterclass. Our XG was high. I know people don't think much of that, but it was higher in the first leg, and we gifted Benzema that third goal. Chelsea were incredible in this game, away in the Santiago Bernabeu. We absolutely battered Real Madrid. I believe they were kept to 0.8 XG in the 90, and we scored 3, we could have scored 4 or 5. We had disallowed goals, we had silly moments, and at the end there, so many chances and shots, and our players were panicking. You had chances from Pulisic and Jorginho, and there was just people snatching at shots, and I can't, you're in extra time and away at Real Madrid in the Champions League. It's heartbreaking because we so could have gone through, but at the same time, you've got to be relatively philosophical and be like, Chelsea played so well. For that 90 minutes, we were so resolute. Incredible. By the way, please do subscribe and like the video. I know this is kind of like a somber match review in mood lighting. I've got some new lighting, by the way. You'll see more of that in future content. Do subscribe. Yeah, man, I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of how the team performed. We'll talk about player performances. I'm proud of the manager, how the manager reacted from the first leg at Stamford Bridge and what went wrong. He seemingly just resolved that. I'm proud of the Chelsea fans, and the club's in a good place at the moment. We might be in a transitional period with the ownership. Might not be perfect, we might lose games, unexpected games, but it is a special group. They're resolute, they've come back, and we have an amazing manager. So of course we're 3-1 down from the leg in Stamford Bridge with a KArim Benzema masterclass. Granted, we gifted him his hat-trick goal, but those first 2 goals were incredible. So we had to win maybe a 2-0 with no reply. We end up winning 3-1. We were actually 3-0 up in the 75th minute. And with 10 minutes to go, we are still 3-0 up away at Real Madrid. And you know what? It could have been more. We had a Marcos Alonso goal ruled out because it hit his hand gently. Comment down below what you think of that. That people talk about there could have been maybe a penalty. Casemiro on Kai Havertz clipped him. There was a bunch of to be honest, I want to say I think the referee is good. The stuff I'm talking about is VAR stuff. The actual referee on the pitch, he didn't blow up all the time for silly fouls. I think he was good, and I can say that as a fan of the team that lost. It's just the Premier League that has the world's worst referees, despite us being the richest league in the world. I'm not going to go on about that. That's not what I'm doing here today. So let's talk about it. In the 15th minute odd, Mason Mount scores the opener. He takes the ball, he whips it into the corner past Thibaut Courtois. It's a great goal, a bit opportunistic from Mason Mount, continuing his good form from the weekend. We needed him to he scored against Real Madrid last season. He did it again this season. Really, really good. And of course, Tony Rudiger scores as well to make it 2-0. I think we go half time. It's 1-0, and I'm thinking, all right, so just win the second half, and we're back in the tie. We're even, and we score relatively early in the second half. Rudy, I can't remember exactly. I could check, but I think it's 50 odd minutes. But then 75th minute, Timo Werner with a great goal. Just after the Alonso one was disallowed, that would have put us ahead. This goal puts us ahead. 4-3 on aggregate on the night, and like I said, even up to 80th minute, we're going through, we're winning, and of course Rodrygo off the bench scores a lovely goal on transition for Real Madrid, and it was a great goal. But, we didn't fold or anything. Real Madrid do that thing where they look when they're down and out in Europe, and sometimes they get outplayed, but they just have this class. They just, and this is me being gracious in defeat. I think Chelsea were much better than Real Madrid, but they've done this so many times. Remember when they won the 3 Champions Leagues on the bounce? They didn't always play great, but they just stay in games and then they just do magnificent stuff. I mean, the assist from Modric outside of the boot. This guy's 36, he's running all over the gaff. Like we talk about Thiago Silva, 37. Modric is doing a lot of running in that midfield. Just incredible, really. It's the Benzema goal, of course, that kills us, and the guy's in scintillating form. We kept him largely quiet and isolated for the majority of the game, but you give him a chance, he scores. This is what we wanted from our £100 million striker. Well, to be fair, on a slight tangent, I think we sort of bought Lukaku for the, you know, just stat padding against him. Even if it's just a bit of a flat track bully, just getting the goals and making sure you don't lose to like a Brentford, a West Ham, or who else did we lose to this season? That was a bit silly. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of goals. We've got big game players. Kai Havertz is a big game player. Mason Mount is a big game player. Rudiger is a big game player. But KArim Benzema was always going to have a say, I thought, especially when we got tired. We'll talk about the players in just a moment. I feel like we had the opportunity to really put our foot on Real Madrid's neck. And the fact how we did that makes me just really proud of the football team. I can't feel bad about it. I can feel like pissed off, let down, frustrated because we missed chances. A lot of players missed chances. That Jorginho chance at the end, you know, I mean, Kai Havertz had a free header near the end of stoppage time as well. That was the chance. Reece James put an excellent ball on his head and he just puts it wide. Pulisic had a couple of chances. Jorginho, that one on his left foot. Granted, it's his left foot, but he's just got space to aim at the goal. It's a good first touch and he scuffs it wide. This is stuff you don't do unless you're like in a high pressure situation like this away in the Bernabeu, need a goal, extra time, stoppage time, or whatever. It's mad. So player performances, first of all, a new one. Thomas Tuchel, incredible. I think he went with this pretty much the same team as one at Southampton, but he brought in Reece James at right centre back, which made total sense to Marshall Vinicius Jr. His subs, he still played Ruben Loftus-Cheek in what is this sort of inverted wing back that sort of comes in like closer to a number 8, which is, slightly more his territory. It works quite well. It's something that seemingly is effective. A lot of people were criticising some stuff that Ruben Loftus-Cheek did in this game. Of course, he got the opening goal assist and it was very good from coming inside. Real Madrid didn't know what to do with him a lot of the time positionally. Granted, that's largely tactical instruction from Thomas Tuchel, the manager, but I think it was very good from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So let's talk about the performance. So I basically wanted to shout out the manager, but the performance of the players. Mendy, very good. I think he made a couple of saves. I don't think he's at fault for any of the goals. He didn't make any of these mistake passes that he's been doing lately, and that's, as long as he ruled that out, I know he's in a world-class keeper, he'll be fine, which he was. The defence was immaculate. Reece James got booked really, really early, but that did not stop him at all for completely having Vinicius' number for at least the majority of the game, maybe not for a couple of periods at the end. I think he got megged once or something, I saw on Twitter, but generally he did really, really well. And the midfield, I'm not certain about. I think Kante's still not at his best. I saw him give the ball away a few times, and one that nearly cost us as well. And he's not himself. He wasn't awful, but he's still way off himself. Kovacic was magnificent. Always dribbling away from the opposition press, playing through balls, defensive positioning immaculate. I think Kovacic, we should have started him in the Stamford Bridge game. Hindsight's 2020. He was magnificent. Alonso, man, obviously he had that goal ruled out. He scored at the weekend. He keeps coming back from the dead, man. Fair play to him. I remember a game a few weeks ago where he was so good. He was so good. I forget which game it was, but I did tweet about it. He has got it in him, and I'm not saying he dropped a worldie today, but he was very good against Real Madrid. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was fine. He was interesting. It's a new question to pose the opposition that Tuchel's you know, posing, I suppose. Mason Mount was great. He kind of played at the tip of the diamond like he did against Southampton behind Kai Havertz and Timo Werner scoring the opener. He might have faded a little bit, but he was constantly setting the tone at the beginning. Such good performance from him. He's now got more European Cup goals than Diego Maradona, I saw online. There's a stat for you. Kai Havertz, I think, played well, combined well, was selfless. Obviously, he'll be disappointed he didn't score that header at the end. That was a free header and he had a lot of time. But he was great. Timo Werner scored the goal, great. Pulisic, I'm not going to dig out Pulisic. I don't think he's been up to his optimum level again a couple of times, coming off the bench the last two. Like, he could have done more against Southampton. I really fancied him to get a goal himself and add to the tally, but he didn't do anything. I'm not gonna, but you know, he ran, he pressed, he did everything you could ask for him, but you know, he had that chance with his left foot as well that really, you know, maybe even just cut back if you're gonna scuff it. Still, very, very proud of the team. We had some subs as well. Who did we see? We saw Saul, who, you know, didn't do much. I understand why he came on. Jorginho, he didn't do anything massively wrong, except, you know, perhaps didn't take that chance. But again, the team performs so well. Little moments like that, you can't. It's not on them when the team plays so well. Who else did we have? Ziyech came on. Pretty good, forced a good save from Thibaut Courtois. I think everything went, not everything went right. Everything went to plan except the moments, you know, the scuffed shots, the little moments of panicking. But in terms of application from the players, in terms of tactical instruction from the manager, everything went to plan in that sense. Proud of the team, man. I wanted to do a video. I was thinking of maybe waiting till tomorrow, but I wanted to do a video and express my thoughts and feelings to you guys. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. Of course, there's daily content. Please do sub if you choose to. Hit the bell, and thank you for liking and commenting. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living. I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines. I rap through thought. Body bag the verse. Outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double, silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.